Hi, handsome. Hello. We slept upstairs in the big bed last night, so we had room for both cats on either side of Daddy. Hi, honey. Boop. 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 I'm sorry, honey. I'm torturing you. Oh, good boy. Such a good boy. You're hard to focus. My hand. Buddy, you really should let me get out of bed. You should be polite and stop being so cute so I can get out of bed and be productive. You're being rude by being so cute. Oh, yes, you are. You're my rude kitty. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you can't see his tail. It's whipping me. Oh. I gotta go. I gotta get up. Hello. Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Steven. I believe today is September 30th. Also, I believe it's a Monday. But that means Vlogtober starts tomorrow. I know. I am shocked that this year has flown by so quickly. Well, the older I get, the faster these years just pass. But tomorrow is the beginning of Vlogtober, and I did not plan this, but it's also in line with a drive I plan on making with a new friend, Vivian, who's going to be driving up to Mount Charleston with me. It's supposed to be about 77 degrees up there on the top of the mountain tomorrow, which is about 20 degrees cooler than it is here in Las Vegas, or 25 degrees cooler than it is down here in the valley. So that's what my plan is for tomorrow. We're going to meet for our regular meeting that we both attend, and then we're going to take a drive up to Mount Charleston. So stay tuned for that. Today, I'm going to be flying to Houston. It's just a turn. I am the second most senior person on the trip as I see it. So if the senior person to me wants to fly lead, great. Then I will fly probably position C, which is the position in my airline where we read most of the announcements, and we're responsible for the back galley, the back lav, and that's about it. So that's what I'll fly. If they don't want to fly lead, I'll fly lead. Yeah, it's just a turn to Houston. I should be back by 10 o'clock tonight. So it's fairly good credit for a one-day trip. Which is very good because I just spent $60 on a pair of shoes yesterday that I did not intend to, but I'm very grateful to. So I do have a few comments I want to make regarding some of the reactions from the comment section about yesterday's video where I went to the Kamala Harris rally. I'm surprised that people were surprised. If you watched my channel before, you know who I am. You know what my opinions are. But I probably have. I'm going to reserve that for another time. A little comment on the comments. But yeah, I think that's it. I need to grab a bite to eat because all I did today was nap, hang out with the cats, relax, give them some treats, set out some ant baits because I have ants. Having dry cat food in the summertime in the house when I'm away has attracted some ants. So I set some ant bait out. I know, very exciting. My life is so wild. And so I did not have time to eat anything. So I'm going to grab something at the airport. That used to seem luxurious, grabbing something at the airport, because it used to be so expensive. Well, prices have risen around the airport and out into the real world to match the airport food prices. So it's crazy how expensive things are today. But so I'm gonna grab something at the airport. I already see one parking spot here that's not tragic, but I'm gonna try and get something closer to the airport. So I will see you inside or in Houston or somewhere soon. All right, toodaloo, see you soon. Hey there, I'm circling around the parking area again. This is probably my third, possibly my fourth go around. I'm gonna just finally bite the bullet and go down to the end of Siberia to find a parking spot. There was one parking spot that I saw over here that I was gonna grab. I was gonna run around and grab, but it turns out one of our pilots saw it as well. And where I was driving around legally to circle around to get to that point, he drove through one of our the handicap ramps that crisscrosses, so he could get to that spot first, which seemed terribly unfair. So I did drive around to make sure that I saw who it was, so I can keep a little mental check on that and remember who who behaves like that. So next time they have to use the bathroom, I don't know. I'm kidding. I'll let them out. But still, it was rude. Well, because I could not find a parking spot outside of Siberia, I may not be able to get like solid food. I see there's no line at Jamba Juice, but there's like, I don't know, 25 people in line at Shake Shack, and they're so slow. So I think I'm gonna do a smoothie. That won't be enough. I'll be grazing on the plane all day, but it's something. Hey there, it looks like I'm gonna fly lead. The person who's senior to me is gonna fly position B, oddly enough. So I'll fly lead. I did get a sandwich at Jamba Juice, so I have a little more than a smoothie. Hey, hi! Hey guys, how are ya? Poof! Just like that. The day is over. I know. I just saw you a moment ago. I was just starting my day. Well, it just ended. So the last time I saw you, I was just leaving Jamba Juice, I think. I got myself a smoothie, a large Aloha pineapple. I also managed to snag myself a sandwich and a muffin to eat for later on during the day. Well, got to the plane. The cleaners are doing their thing, and thank goodness for the cleaners. Well, they found my bag while I was putting my stuff away with my sandwich and my muffin, and they threw it away because they thought it was trash left over from a previous passenger. So, womp womp. Yeah, so I did not... I had a smoothie, and I nibbled on stuff pretty much all day long on the aircraft. Ate garbage, but... C'est la vie. I've done worse things. So, let's see. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to film during our sit in Houston, but there was too much going on. I'll tell you about it. I'll tell you what I can tell you. So our flight to Houston, it started off with a bit of a hiccup, and it was sort of foreshadowing for what was going to happen later on during the flight. This one passenger just could not follow directions. Kept moving seats, got into the exit row where he was not supposed to be. Then my coworker moved him, and then he moved over here, and then he did this, and he kept acting up and not following any direction that my coworker was giving him. And she wasn't asking anything heroic of him, just to kind of do his thing by just sit in your seat, please. And he just had something to say every single time, and it was a bit of a challenge. It really was a bit of a challenge, but she handled it as a professional. She's been here for years, and so it was all taken care of. But when doing our all call, I said, hey, is he okay? Should he stay on board? Because he was really getting to that point. And she says, no, he's okay. We've resolved the situation. Okay, sure. During the flight, it seemed to just get worse, and it was elevated, and it was just not fantastic. And I can't say what happened, what was said, because it's inappropriate for me to share these things on my channel. So you know it's bad. And we had a bit of a delay. We had to handle the fallout of that. And he wanted supervisors. He wanted this. He wanted that. So we took care of it. But it did cause us to delay. Well, he delayed us. He delayed our takeoff by misbehaving during the safety demo as well. But so we were delayed in boarding for our next flight, our return flight home. Thankfully, we only had 50 passengers on board. I would much rather a full flight because that just is more job security. But with what happened today and during that sit, I was happy to have only 50 people on board. It was just, oh my God. The passengers on this I keep thinking of things to tell you. Passengers love to tattle on each other. They love to tell on each other like kindergartners. They love to say, Mrs. So-and-so, XYZ did this. So as this person's coming forward, people are warning me before this passenger gets to me that he was an a-hole is the word that they used, but they used the whole word. And then he did his thing, and then passengers that were behind him were like, don't listen to a word he says. He was being an a-hole the entire time. And when like an entire section of the aircraft warns me that this passenger was bad, so they all got off the plane, supervisors left, all is well. Our new passengers got on board and they were fantastic. They were fantastic. They almost made up for the inconvenience of the other one. In particular, this passenger in 1A, super nice guy. He flies us quite often and he knows our procedures. He knows what we do on board. For example, one of our pilots had to come out and use the restroom. Now we have a whole setup that we do to protect and provide a barrier between the cabin and the flight deck in the event that that door has to open. After 9/11, all sorts of we are trained to do all sorts of stuff to stop you from getting into that flight deck. So we have a whole system that we do, and this gentleman had to use the restroom at the same moment I was about to set up my little procedure there for our flight deck. And he said, oh, I see you're going to be doing this. I'll use the restrooms in the aft. And I was like, oh my goodness. 9 times out of 10, the passenger that has to go to the bathroom when the pilot has to come out, it is like world-ending inconvenience for them. And the face that they give me, and they say, but I gotta go. This gentleman was just like, he was thoughtful and mindful and aware that the pilots had to come out and that he could. It was just uncommon that he was just so nice, and it was so good after such a bad experience with the other passenger. But that was pretty much our day. There was no real turbulence. Very, very simple flights. Our flight crews were fantastic. We had 2 different crews. The second crew, our captain is a firefighter, EMT, and a pilot. Swoon, right? Oh my God, and so funny. Just a great cruise all around. My cabin crew is awesome. I did feel like Bosley because I had 3 lovely ladies working with me, but blah, blah, blah. So I need to go to bed. I need to go to bed. I'm too tired to eat right now, which is something because I didn't sleep a lot last night and today took a lot out of me. I do have to wake up for my 10 o'clock meeting tomorrow, so I have to shower and put together a cute outfit for that meeting. And then, so that's tomorrow. Tomorrow's the first day of Vlogtober. I can't believe it. And then my new friend from my meeting and I are going to drive up to Mount Charleston. So tomorrow morning before I go to my meeting, I have to remember to clear out the back of my car, clear up the front, and just make it habitable for somebody else, a passenger. I keep talking when I should be driving home. So I will see you tomorrow on the first official day of Vlogtober. I'm sorry for today's kind of crazy, weird video. But I'll see you tomorrow. All right? Fly safe. Bye.